It is. It is. It's fantastic for sunburn. You can mix it in with a little bit of coconut oil or essential oil too, so it smells a little bit better. Rub it on. You can take a bath if you're really burned. Just take a bath in it with it to reduce the inflammation. Yep.
And it won't blister.
And it won't blister.
That came from Cape Cod.
That came from Cape Cod. Okay. Where did we put that? That's a Cape Cod. That's a Cape Cod cure. Cape Cod cure. Okay. Anybody else? Farmers used to give it to their animals.
I give it to my dog.
You give it to your dog. What do you give it to your dog for? She has yeast. So oftentimes dogs have those yeasty ears. So it's one of those things too, not only topically, like acne or eczema, any of those things that it's used topically for, understand that if you ingest it, it's that much more powerful. So if you put it into your dog's food, if you rub it in their ears, anywhere that there's yeast forming, in the Middle Ages, they sold it on the streets in Paris as a deodorant. At about, like, literally, you can, if you're having bad body odor and you forgot your deodorant, but you have apple cider vinegar, I'm telling you, it is. Rub it under there.
My daughter, who's a teenager, she's like full of hormones. I need to remember that.
Yes, I mean, and it's something that you would never think that will act as a deodorant, but it is a natural deodorant. And again, if you work with essential oils and you don't want to smell like apple cider vinegar, then you can work with essential oils and it can smell a little bit better. But
Soda would be the same thing.
what's that?
Soda would be the same thing.
Soda? Okay, hopefully I wouldn't want you carrying around soda, but if you do, that's okay. I'd rather just replace the apple cider vinegar with the soda, but soda would do the same thing. So what is interesting is soda is acidic, and apple cider vinegar has acid in it, but it's not acidic. It's alkalizing in your body. Whereas soda is acidic, it's acidic in your body, but it's probably acting acidic on your skin. Whereas, so apple cider vinegar is a completely alkaline, it falls perfectly on the scale of pH, is at 7. So again, it's been used to detoxify, it's been used to cleanse the liver, it's been used, like I said, for colds and flus and allergies. It's been used topically like deodorant. The other thing, it's used to whiten your teeth. So you could do a mouthwash, you can put a little bit in water and swirl it around your mouth for a while. It's also antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic. So that's why when people clean naturally in their homes with cider or with vinegar and water, that's why. It's because vinegar is an antiseptic, it kills germs. So what you want to look at is, what makes apple cider vinegar so powerful, and what is the difference between this bottle at $6 and this bottle at 99 cents. So because there is a difference, and I want to let you know that because all of the health benefits that we're talking about are in this, obviously, in the expensive bottle, but it's because it has what's called mother, and it has undergone the fermentation process without pasteurization and without distillation. Distilling. So what happens in distillation or pasteurization is things are put at high heat, and it destroys all the enzymes, all the minerals, all the health benefits that you have coming from the process of fermenting apples, which that's what it is. This is just fermenting apples with some sugar and or honey, and so it forms the yeast, which is a good yeast, and the sugar feeds the yeast, and it grows into the mother, and it forms then, through the fermentation process, it then forms acetic acid. So these are all really awesome things. Like when I say these words, it's just like, wow, like that's the miracle stuff in the apple cider vinegar, is the acetic acid and the yeast. So those are the good things that are distilled or pasteurized out in something like this, or something like white vinegar or any clear vinegars are usually processed or distilled out of what the real natural benefits are. You can still clean with white vinegar, but if you really want true antibacterial power, you're going to get it in your apple cider vinegar that's unfiltered and that's raw. So, yes.
If you put that on these things, rather than the baking soda?
That's a good question. I mean, I would imagine it would take down the inflammation. It might draw out. Did you get stuck, Ivy? Just now?
It looks good now. It was black and blue all around, about this big.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't. It might even pull out toxins because it is a detoxifier. I've not tried it on these things. I don't know, but we can mix it. What I would do is mix it with a little baking soda, make a little paste, and put it on and see what happens.
Taste of baking soda. I knew that would help.
Yeah, let's try it. I love experimenting.
But it was bad. I couldn't even move my thumb.
You're in the like you pee on the bee stick.
Yes, like Joe.
Vermont farmers, when I lived up there, told me that 25 years ago, and I moved here in October of whatever year it was. Late season bee stick, and I'm allergic. So I took a cup, poured it on, I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay, I got it here.
And it was within like, if you do it, you know, anyway.
Okay, so if you need some privacy.
Okay, I'm very allergic to bee sticks. They come after me when they smell me. I have learned to take a tea bag. Lipton tea bags work the best. Sweat it and put on tannic acid in the tea will pull the poison. And the more
Interesting.
that you stay still, the better you are. If you can ice it, it'll help. And it saved my life many times when I got stomach.
So it must have been quick enough to draw the toxin out
Right.
before it
I
hit your
just take a
bloodstream.
Band-Aid. I keep Band-Aids and tea bags in my vehicle at all times. Because when they come after me, I get multiple stings, and so I just wet the tea bag and put the Band-Aid on.
So you don't carry an EpiPen.
I carry EpiPens too. I have 3 in my car right now. But more people die from the epinephrine than they do from the
Well,
bee sting.
yeah, I had a clue, yeah. I'm allergic as well, and I've had some pretty bad scares. And
Because
then the
your lungs fill
epinephrine
up
is like,
with water.
yeah, it kind of can jolt your heart.
But it saved me, you know.
That's awesome, I love that.
My husband's allergic as well, and he was stung and was trying to give himself the epi injection, and the pin malfunctioned.
Yeah,
So,
they're
yeah.
not safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm not a doctor, nor will I tell you, don't use your EpiPen, but that might be something you can experiment with when you have a bee sting. Carry your EpiPen anyway, but experiment with the tea bag and experiment with the apple cider vinegar and
I know what
And
it's
see.
going to be like that.
I think the vinegar takes out the soreness. Because I have fibromyalgia and you get lactic acid buildup.
Yeah, well, that's- yeah.
And so the malic acid of the vinegar takes out any kind of muscle soreness. and
Right.
tissue soreness.
Right. So that's a very good point. So the reason why that is too is that the other really key, beside the acidic acid, the other key ingredient in apple cider vinegar is potassium. So potassium deficiency is rampant. There's millions of people that are suffering from potassium deficiency, and it can show up in anything from like lupus, Crohn's, Alzheimer's, to hypothyroidism, to arthritis, to achy joints and muscles and things like that, cardiac, anything dealing with your heart. This is all related to potassium deficiency. So it's really important to look at your foods and know what foods are high in potassium. And apple cider vinegar happens to be really high in potassium as well, because the apples in the apple cider vinegar contain wonderful things like pectin and fiber as well as potassium. So again, potassium is good. So potassium is to soft tissue like calcium is to hard bones. So that's kind of the way to think about it. So it keeps your tissues pliable, everything pliable. Is why your soil for plants needs to have potassium in it. because if there's not enough potassium in your soil, your plants will not grow. So it's really important for growth, and in that growth, you want to make sure that you're pliable, or else again, it goes back to achy joints and osteoporosis, things like that. Potassium is an essential mineral that will help you in any of those things. So muscle aches and pains, fibromyalgia, MS, any of that, apple cider vinegar is awesome. Not only she put it on topically, but to ingest it is even more powerful. So again, there's been studies shown, have been done. These people are amazing. The Braggs. You should Google them and just read about their story and just some of the research they've been doing. They took an example is they took some physically disabled and elderly people with Alzheimer's, and they took them from convalescent homes, and they were completely incapacitated, these people. And they took them home and they put them on apple cider vinegar drinks and some other healthy smoothies and things like that. Within 3 months, they were completely functional and self-sufficient. Not only functional, but self-sufficient. They never went back to the convalescent home. So, I mean, just really amazing. I'll let you go. I mean, I have the book. This book is amazing, with just some of the stories and little tidbits about this. And they've got an amazing testimonial as well. But he grew up with a father who was a farmer who used to feed Braggs, or this apple cider vinegar, to his animals. And again, these are animals that now we're pumping them up with antibiotics. But they were very healthy animals, and they were given apple cider vinegar. So, shout out for that. Anyway, so potassium, again, potassium is really, really important for obviously for growth and for healing some of these conditions. So when you think of apple cider vinegar, you're thinking of the acidic acid, you're thinking of the probiotic, you're thinking of the good bacteria, you're thinking about the potassium. This is what it's all good for. And oh, by the way, it kills fungus, germs, it's antiseptic, it's a tooth whitener. But for all of you who are experiencing, even if you're experiencing digestive issues, usually your digestive issues are candida, which a lot of people struggle with, which usually it comes out in like bad breath or lack of energy. It's an overgrowth of a bad yeast, of a bad bacteria, which means that there's an imbalance in your intestines of bad bacteria, good bacteria. Well, apple cider vinegar has all the ingredients it needs to feed the good bacteria and to carry all the probiotic benefits of that. And so things like IBS, leaky gut, heartburn, GERD, all of those things have seen amazing improvement through apple cider vinegar. So people ask me, well, how can I, what do I drink it? So the best way to do it is to make yourself a tonic, it's called, or a drink, or a cocktail. I like cocktail. Again, I want to show you, see how this is cloudy? And see those things on inside, and you're like, ew, gross. Okay, that grossness is all what's really, really good. That's part of the yeast, that's part of the good bacteria that's in there that's really good for your body. And I know you're all like scrunching your noses up like I'm not drinking bacteria. But know that our food comes from soil. And that soil carries minerals and bacteria that's good for us. So don't be afraid of bacteria. This is good bacteria because we need good bacteria in our guts to balance us. So anyway, you want to make sure that the vinegar, whatever brand, this is Vermont Village. See, it's cloudy. It's got the strands of yeast in it. You want to make sure it's cloudy and has the mother or parts of the mother are, which are babies. Parts of the mother. Anyway, so that's what it looks like instead. See the difference? I mean, it's not really, it's kind of cloudy, but it's more the color. But you want something that is cloudy. So basically, apple cider vinegar, and I've given you, just so you know, because there's so much to cover, and I've got to start cooking and preparing things, but there's so much to cover on apple cider vinegar that I made you a big, long list of 20 uses of apple cider vinegar, how to make, like a toothpaste, or how to make like a whitening. All the ingredients kind of are in here. What to do if you have a sunburn. So yeah, there's so many stomach aches, natural deodorant, poison ivy, poison oak, corns, calluses, warts. Oh, the other thing, I used to do this all the time, and I think I just reminded myself to start doing it again, is it's a wonderful way to put shine into your hair. And again, if you think about it, if there's potassium in it, and potassium is really what makes hair and nails and things like that healthy, it makes sense that it would cause our hair to be nice and shiny and healthy. So there's a way to do a rinse, a conditioning rinse. So anyway, there's a great resource here, as well as recipes and this healing apple cider vinegar. So what I suggest is you drink this first thing in the morning. And so this, just so you know, this recipe is for 8 ounces of water. If you were going to do 16 ounces of water, which is a good size glass of water, which is good to start in the morning, then you want to make sure it's like 2 tablespoons instead of 2 teaspoons. So basically what you do in the morning is, teaspoons. Can you, Lindsay, can you go to the kitchen and grab a teaspoon or tablespoon? Yes. I'm going to use a cup. So anyway, is to pour some in a glass jar. If you want to add some honey, again, honey is good too, because, and you want to use good quality honey, local honey. But honey is good, it gives a little bit of sweetness, but it's also got benefits like potassium. Who would have thought? It has wonderful potassium in it as well. So you can add in a teaspoon, so for every like 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, you can add a teaspoon of water, and then 8 ounces of water, and then just put a lid on it, some lemon. I add lemon to mine. Again, it's more acidic acid, which is very beneficial. Do I have 1 cup? Yeah.
Yes.
And then, again, like 2 teaspoons of lemon. You can even throw some ginger in there if you want to have a real cocktail. But even if you just drink, if you don't want to have to go through all of that, if you just drink the apple cider vinegar and the water, that's awesome. That's great. And for those of you that are looking to detoxify or looking to cleanse, looking to lose some weight, heal your gut or heal in any form, if it's more of a healing tonic, then you want to do this 3 times a day, at least about 5 minutes before each meal. Okay, it helps with the digestion, it helps with the bacteria, that's going to help with the enzymes. That's all, enzymes feed on the bacteria, on the good bacteria. What you do? Okay, so, and we could put a teaspoon in there, and then, again, double it if you're going to double the water, which is like 16 ounces of water. Okay, and then you just put it in the cup. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh.
Your legs got good.
Interesting. Okay, well, pretend that lid fits, and you shake it up. And I can't really shake it the way I want to shake it, or else it's going to go. All right, so anyway, there you go. Doesn't that look good? You want to make sure that the honey dissolves, so you might have to shake it a while. But that's your drink. Drink it down. Good stuff. It's good. You can feel it in your body. Like you can feel it doing awesome things. Again, you'll feel energy, energized with it. If for those of you who drink coffee, that will be your coffee.
No.
I know. People are like, yeah, right. Okay. So I'm going to make. Oh goodness. All right. So the blender requires electricity. And my extension cord is, I don't know. So, oh my gosh.
That's why you're backing away?
Oh,
Okay, back against the wall.
Okay, all right. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a salad dressing so I can get the blender cleaned up to make a smoothie later. All right, so apple cider vinegar. Do you want to read this to me so it goes quicker? Because I'm running out of time. Which one? This one. Yes.
Half cup apple cider vinegar. 1/4 cup fresh strawberries.
Okay, so this dressing, again, you can blend it if you have a masher, like a potato masher, you can mash up your berries with that if you don't have a blender. Okay, so raspberries, blueberries, whatever berries, if you want to just do strawberries, that's fine.
1 tablespoon honey.
Woo!
3/4 cup olive oil.
No, the olive oil goes in there, doesn't it?
Okay, yes. Basil and sea salt.
Okay, so if you have fresh basil, that would be awesome, but it's a little expensive now. It will be coming in season. This salad dressing is a great late spring, early summer dressing. But again, when you come to Bounty and Soul and you've got all these strawberries and raspberries, a great way to use it up. Okay, so first you blend that stuff up. You don't even add your oil yet. Okay, now we've got to transport our blender to the pot. Why do they make it so short? Okay, so for about 15 seconds, that was about 5, but who's counting? And then you pour in your olive oil, 1/3 cup. Yeah, 3/4 cup. Okay. All right, and then it goes back down to get blended.
You need to draw forward.
No, we usually do. Usually I'm way out here. Okay, so if you were to make your own apple cider vinegar, I've given you the instructions on how to do it.
What did you say?
So, that's good. I like it a little tangy. If you don't like it a little tangy, you could add in a little bit more of, you could add a little citrus in there, or you could add it, like oranges in there would be really good. No, people aren't going to drink it. Pour it in here. You are going to empty blender into, sorry, I should have been more clear in the instructions. Anyway, in that, it's got a little bite to it, and I like a little bite. If you don't like the little bite, again, you can add in like an orange, a little bit of a citrus. You can add in a little bit more honey or a little bit more water to cut the vinegar, but I tend to like that. But that's a very good vinaigrette to have over kale, to have over lettuce greens, whatever. Okay, so the next thing, how many of you like ketchup? Okay, has anybody read the ingredients in ketchup?
Vinegar,
Corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. Guess what we're making today?
Ketchup.
We're making ketchup. I've wanted to make ketchup since the day I started teaching here. I've made mayonnaise, but I haven't made ketchup. So anyway, I am making a healthy ketchup. So one of the things in ketchup is that it's high in sugar and other preservatives. So this is a really easy, inexpensive way to make ketchup. Tomato paste. It's like 68 cents a can. This is 3 cans of tomato paste. Can you be my eyes and talk to me like Rachel Red has some people? What are we making? We're making the ketchup on this page. On this. Under the ketchup, just the tomato. So you're just going to put all the ingredients in here.
6 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
Again, every time you use it, just give it a shake to make sure you get all that mud up. Okay.
And 6 tablespoons honey. Half tablespoon ground cloves.
Okay, so you really can't, so somebody asked me, what if I don't have cloves? Can you not do cloves? The combination is almost like the, how you put things together, the alchemy of things. So it's the alchemy of food, and you kind of need the cloves and the allspice to make it taste like ketchup. How much?
Half teaspoon.
Okay.
And then half teaspoon sea salt.
Allspice too, right?
And then a quarter teaspoon allspice.
Okay. And then you whisk. So I was gonna dip this ketchup. I just totally had a mental lapse this morning when I was thinking about ketchup and what I was gonna, because I don't eat ketchup. I love tomato paste, but I don't eat ketchup. So I was like, well, we'll just dip carrots in the ketchup. And then Lindsay had a great idea to make home fries or little potatoes roasted. So we're going to be eating this with roasted potatoes. Thank you, Lindsay, for that suggestion. Okay, so that is it. You can add in a little bit of water for thinning. If you like your ketchup thinner. All right, that's it. Easy, right? Everybody can make ketchup. This is healthy. Stay away from the other ketchup. It's got high fructose corn syrup. It elevates your blood sugar. Okay.
Red dye.
It's got red dye in it. Okay, next I'm making, and finally making, and it's time for distribution, but it's called a mineral chocolate smoothie. Right? You can't go wrong. So what it has in it is almond milk, or you can use unsweetened, make sure it's unsweetened. Coconut milk. I've got a banana for sweetener. I've got Greek plain yogurt that I got from here. I've got some dark cocoa or unsweetened cocoa powder, and avocado and spinach.
Oh, yeah.
Yum? Okay, so can you hear the see and hear the minerals? And 3 tablespoons of the vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Okay, so I'm going to put that together. The potatoes hopefully are going to come out of the oven soon. And you guys can come and chow down on the natural ketchup. We've got the salad dressing, the berry salad dressing, and the smoothie. All right, awesome. So take a sheet also and impress your friends. At the very least, study it and win the next trivia game. You shall know everything about